Hello everyone, welcome to Gaming with Big Green. We're going to look at the characters today, but before we do, we're going to look at these rallies. Our leader has opened a rally and she's using 3 mythic characters. Very good. Good job, boss. Alright, and then we also have another level 3 rally. This person is using 2 epic characters and 1 rare character to open. And what was that? Let's see. Level 2, level 1 troops. Highly suggest you do not do this if you want to beat a level 3 rally. That is not what you want to do. Going back to here, we got 3 mythic characters. If you tap on the left right there, that little person with the magnifying glass, you can get into this. It will show you your skills. Since she's bringing 3 legendary characters, all her skills are lit up. She's got 9 skills right there. The skills on the bottom right there, they're the rally joining skills. Now, if you bring a duplicate character when you join a rally, the second character will run at 66% effectiveness. What does that mean? We're going to cover that. So, her troops look really good. Only suggestion, leave the level 3s, level 4s. I would just bring your top troops. Let the rally fill up with the other members. Alright, so now we're going to jump over to the characters. Remember what I said. To join the rally, you have to have a level 5 skill. To do that, you have to have a 4-star character. Alright, so that's a legendary character, which is orange. You have the epic characters, which is purple, and your blue characters, which are the rare characters. Some important things to note is that there's 2 of basically each type of characters when you're joining a rally. There's certain ones to work on and try to focus on building. We're going to cover that, which ones are important now. And there's also characters that you want to try to avoid in certain rallies, but they're good in other things. Again, we're going to try to do our best right now to kind of help people understand and kind of give a little direction with some of these characters. Our first character coming up is Mia. Now, I'm going to probably skip a lot of names on these, so just going to have to look at the characters. But Mia here, if you look at the skills on the left, they're the skills that apply in the rest mode and also the arena mode. Now the skills on the right though, they are the skills that will apply in like the rallies. The top one right there would be her rally joining skill. But you can see that the skills are stamina reduction, march up. You know what I'm saying? It's not really skills that are going to help you if you're trying to really do a lot of damage in a rally. You do not want to use her for the ultimate trial cage, stuff like that. I mean, she's a good character all in all, especially in arrest mode. But again, her skills do not make her good for rallies. Next up, we have a pretty unique character. He is a bomber character, but he basically acts like a shield type. He has very good defense stats. He is someone that you want to open a rally with, like have him in your starting lineup. He has very good defense stats, but if you're trying to do maximum damage, I would look for a different bomber type character, legendary, to possibly bring to increase your damage. But all in all, he is still very good. The next character is probably going to be one of the best in the game. Paywall though, but if you're going to invest, absolutely worth it. Her skill right here, once you get up to a certain level, she will just add attack to your team, even when you're not even using her. I mean, that's just incredible. You don't even have to have her in your lineup for her to actually show her potential. Like, she is so good at, I can't even tell you.
Did I go a bit too hard?
And her stats are amazing. Plus, she's a legendary character, so you can also get season 1 gear widgets or whatever you want to call them. But she, right there, I mean, look at that. That is her rally joining skill, troop damage. Now that is one of the best damage you can get. You know, you got the lethal increase, you got the attack increase, but that's usually the number 1 when you have the damage output. So the top rate skill right there, that is her rally joining skill. Troop damage increase. Now if you look at some of the other skills on the top right, troop damage increase. And then over here, we got troop attack increase. So that top right hand skill is the one that you want to upgrade to level 5, so that way you can start using these characters in a rally. Again, increase of attack, that's the top right skill, currently level 2. I want to increase that to level 5 so I can bring that character to a rally. Increase of lethal. So you got them 3 stats right there, and we're going to cover them coming up because it's very important on how to use them. Like I said, if you have a duplicate character, they run at 66% effectiveness. So you want to try to mix and match on your rallies, which is going to make this pretty interesting. Now getting back to the Phoenix. All right. So obviously, like I said, she's a very good character, and I said that she has season 1 widget gear. We're going to take a quick look at that. That is very hard to attain, but I have a video on showing you how to get the materials for that type of stuff. But every time you upgrade this, it doesn't do both. It will do one, and then the next time you upgrade it, it will do the other. And one is the arrest mode, and the other one is the war mode. So once you upgrade it, it's going to increase the arrest mode stat. The next time you upgrade it, it's going to increase the war stat. Very, very important. You get a lot of power for doing it. I highly suggest investing in that. We're going to look at our next character here. Like I said, we already kind of looked at her skill. She has a damage increase for the rallies. So if you're going to stay away from the paywall, if you're not a high spender or investor and you're not going to do the VIP route with Phoenix, she would be a great option. If you have purple shards, she is one of the characters I highly recommend on building and getting up there and try to get that skill to level 5 really fast. Next, we're going to look at a character which is very easy to attain. You get her through a lot of the events. She has, what is her skill on the right? Let's see. Oh, wow. She's got, oh, so she's the one with the construction. You do not want to use her to open on a rally, but she will decrease your construction. So she's very good to upgrade, but she has troop attack as her rally skill, which, like I said, I would rank that as the 3rd best, right behind the lethal one.
They'll never
but
get away with it.
The increase of attack is really good. I would suggest working on her. Again, you get her bios or shards, whatever they're called in this game, for free from a lot of the events. And as you guys can see, like, we already have some pretty good characters, and there's a lot to work on already, but there's certain ways that you want to kind of save your material. Like, there's going to be certain tips at the end where I'm going to give you on who to really put your shards into. But right here, you see you can buy packs. You get one for free every day. You can spend 3,000 crystals to get spins. You know, that's a real good way to get her. Okay, now if you go back in, if we look at the other characters, there's not going to be too many more I'm going to touch on. There's going to maybe be like 2. Like him, he's a good defense character. I'm not really working on him because if I'm going to use someone on defense, I'm going to use that guy right here at the top. I'm going to use him. He's got troop defense as well. So that robot looking guy, I'm not really interested in. You know, he's good to have a second defense character, but as far as a shield, I really like this guy. He's got some pretty unique stats: troop defense, HP increase, and enemy lethal decrease. That's pretty interesting. So I use Phoenix as my shield for attack, and that Hellborn guy, I kind of use him for the defense or turmoil, whatever his name is. But him right there, I'm trying to work on him as well because I think he's pretty special. Now this next character is one that I'm personally kind of leaning towards. I really like this character.
They still wouldn't be.
She's got some really good stats for arrest. Now, when I get my little orange shards, the upgrade characters, this is who I'm putting mine into. I really like this character. She has the lethal increase. Now, there's only one other character, again, that will have that. Now, each character, you have a legendary and a epic that will all have the same stat. One will increase damage, one will increase lethal, one will increase the attack. One mythic, one epic. We're going to cover that again in a little bit. But she is someone that you are going to want to upgrade.
Still wouldn't be a match.
You can get her through the daily deals. I mean, her shards are kind of paywall, but you can attain them. But again, there's someone that I would invest in. Now, see, that is the true lethal increase. She is the other one. All right, so again, if you can't work on the one, you work on her. Each character, when you're joining a rally, is basically going to be like that. I just started working on her, so I got to upgrade her, but me, I choose to work on the little cowgirl first. But again, if you look at each character, they're pretty special. They have certain skills that are going to apply to the rally. So like, if you can't work on Phoenix, you want to work on her. If you can't work on her to get the increase of attack, you want to work on her to get the increase of attack. And again, if you can't work on her, you want to work on her. You kind of get what you picking up what I'm putting down, y'all? They all have the same stat, so, but each one of them is important. You do not want to have duplicate skills when you're joining a rally, because your skill is going to run at 66% effectiveness. So when you join, you want a damage, an attack, and a lethal character down on the left-hand side. So when you look at them skills that we looked at early in the rally, each one of them characters' skills are going to be different. You're probably going to end up with one duplicate skill, but that's okay. So we're not going to cover these characters here. I don't have them. I want to give them a good review when I have them. I'm doing this all just freehand, so I don't want to give anyone some advice that I'm unsure of, or, you know, I may have heard something, I don't know. But moving forward, so it's very important to upgrade these characters to 4 stars and get them level 5 skills. Now the rare characters, we're not really going to look into. They are very important to upgrade because the skills on the right, they will increase like your cash flow or help you gather. They are important in that sense, but you do not want to use them in any kind of real rallies or any kind of defense rallies. They're basically just passive characters. If you focus on them main characters we just talked about, you should be really good. We'll cover the other characters in a further video coming up in the future. But again, this is basically the ones you're going to want to work on first to try to get your skill up, so that way when you join rallies, people want you in your rally. Thank you everyone for watching. Everyone have a wonderful day.